Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a base talk through and I'm going to be using this kit from the Planner Shack called Stay Cozy. I really liked the vibes of this kit. I thought it was really relaxing, and I'm going to be using this because I'm having a procedure done this week. So I'm actually going to be splitting the last week of March into two separate Plan With Me's. This is going to be for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, and then the next Plan With Me is going to be for Thursday through Sunday. And I haven't decided if I want to film and share the results of this memories keeping spread. So I wanted to do a talk through for this one because I thought it would be fun just to get it set up in case I never air the full Plan With Me. So I'm going to be using this art. I really loved this art, and I'm mad at myself because another shop that I print from all the time had this art, and I didn't buy it, and then I realized that I should have. So it was really frustrating, but I was able to find this art from the Planner Shack. So these are some of the pages that I printed. This is very cozy. I had to use my laser printer for this one because my regular inkjet printer was like not having it. So the colors are a little darker than if I had printed it on my regular printer. And this one has lots of interesting deco. And then I did print all of the fashion people. I actually have this outfit, believe it or not, except the pants are a little longer. And this is what I'm going to be wearing to the doctor when I have my procedure. So that's why I really wanted this kit. And there you go. So there's this. I'm also going to be using these underlays from Hannah. These are pineapples, and the font is the foil is lavender. So I thought it matched perfectly with this. So I am just going to shut my door because I think my husband is on the phone and I don't want his call getting in the shot. So give me 1 second. There we go. And I have my cats in here, so this is going to be really interesting. But I thought I would do something a little bit different for this Plan With Me setup. And I've been following Amy Ray Plans on her channel, and she only does this setup part on camera, and then she'll do sort of like a flip through of her stuff. But I thought it was really interesting the way she did it because she did a lot of like this or that questions, and I really liked that. So I'm going to save these because I don't need these. Oh, I forgot to show you, I'm also going to be pulling this in. This was a freebie from Scribble Prints Co. It's just gold. I don't have a lot of lavender foil. In fact, this is all my lavender foil. I do have like a custom that I had made for scripts for this week, but I'm not really going to be using that much more lavender foil. So I definitely want to use this tall box. I'm actually just going to pull this off right here. And then, see, I don't knit. I learned how to knit once, and I loved it for a while because it was something I could do on the train. But then I really had trouble with it. So, and I don't know if I want to use this one, but I'm just going to put it here so that I can reference it. And then there are 2 scenes in this kit, which is really interesting. So that means I only need like one side and then all of these, and I was going to use all of these. So let's see. So there's 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that will work actually. So let me go ahead, and I also decided I don't want to use this, like, I'm not crazy about this pattern. This was the only thing I didn't like about this kit. The other shop that I wanted to use this for had a very different washi. And so I am just gonna do this one here. And I was gonna use the little stars as overlays. And actually, let me see, can I take this off without wrecking it? Yeah, I can. So that's what helps when you have quality paper. Of course, as soon as I shut the door, Simone, if I let you out, oh, see, and I cut this kind of funny too. I had so much trouble printing this page. I have to tell you, when I tell you I reprinted this art 3 times, not joking. For some reason, it wasn't reading the grid lines correctly. And then the other thing that happened was, and see, now that looks funny, but whatever. The other thing that happened was I had like, she is going to lose her mind if I don't open this door. Okay, I'm letting you out. Go on. Go on. But now you can't come back in. That's it. I'm locking them out. They're going to hate me for it. And I kind of hate myself for it. But in all honesty, they have been acting up this week. So I'm pretty sure the little one has pica, which is when, oh, that looks cute. That's pretty. I like that. My little cat, my Simone, might have pica because she's been eating cardboard, paper, all these other things, and it's kind of been driving me nuts. And see? And then see how it cut? So, you know what? I am just gonna I'm just gonna live and let live with it because yeah, it looks a little funny, but if I cut it, it's gonna look weirder. So, and then the same thing on the bottom. But you know what? That's okay. We're just gonna let it be. It's really not a big deal. Okay, so then we have 2 goldy stars here. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it looks cute. All right, so I can put that aside. Next up, I'm going to do this. And I am not going to color block, but I think just because when I color block, I'm so limited, and I don't want to be limited. Plus, there's some like really weird patterns in this kit, so I don't know that I want to like be stuck using all the same ones. But all right, so I was saying one of the things that Amy Ray Plans does with her stuff is she does this or that, where she takes some prompts and talks about the answers to them, and I thought that would be kind of fun. So the week that I am filming this voiceover, it is the March equinox. Was also St. Patrick's Day week, but I talked about that in a different voiceover. So for this particular one, I thought I would go with some spring prompts. So the first one, sunshine or showers. I definitely love rain. Although I will say we've been getting a lot of sunshine recently, and it has brightened my mood. I've noticed a significant difference. But the problem with daylight savings time for me is that it is so dark in the morning, and I feel like I just lose so many hours in my day. See, that looks kind of crooked, but it's not because of the way it was cut. Oh well. Okay, so that was one of the things. I think I'm gonna say sunshine. Every other year I would have said showers, but I think I'm gonna say sunshine. Picnic or barbecue? Okay, so barbecue is very big where I live in North Carolina. I would have said picnic in New York because there's nothing more fun than going to a park, hanging out with your friends, and just like lounging. But barbecues here are such a thing. And they're not really barbecues. They're like cookouts. Like you have like all the neighbors come over. It's like a really fun time. It's like where you get all the juicy gossip on everybody and everything. So I'm going to say barbecue. I'm going to embrace my situation and say barbecue. Nature scavenger hunt or bike ride. So fun fact about me, I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 16. I don't really know why that is, except that I grew up in an area with cobblestone streets. And it wasn't really like a safe neighborhood where you could just like go out and ride your bike by yourself. However, I do love scavenger hunts. So I'm going to say scavenger hunt. And all right, next one. Gardening or hiking? Gardening. 100% gardening. My husband is actually growing all kinds of really cool plants in our backyard right now. He's even planting corn. I kid you not. I don't know what our neighbors or the HOA is going to say about us, like having stalks of corn. But right now we have these garden beds that my husband made. And my friend Leela came to visit a few months back, and she was like, Bridget, it looks like you have like you've buried bodies in your backyard. And I was like, I mean, if it would keep the kids from kicking balls into our yard, I would say that's awesome. But it doesn't, and it won't ever. Because kids be doing their kid things. So we don't have a fence in our backyard. Mostly because it costs so much money, but all right, these look super cute. And I am not doing foil overlays. The only foil I have is for this and the underlays. So I'm not gonna be doing that. Okay, so I never said, but yeah, gardening. I do like hiking. Hiking is fine. I'm just more of a gardener. Okay. Daffodils or tulips? Tulips. 100% tulips. I love tulips. The only thing, and I'm actually going to put Girly Girl up at the top, and I never do that, but, and by cutting this, I'm probably messing with the lines, but, all right. So, and all I'm trying to do is straighten her out. Okay. All right. That looks cute. Yeah, I never put these on the top. They usually go on the bottom. But so I think I can do 2 more. But I kind of wanted to do a thing here. So let me see. It would have been this. So let me do you need like a big one. I really don't like this pattern, but maybe something like that. So, okay. So if in theory I'm doing 3 of this color, 3 of these, then it would be 1, 2, 3. So we'll do this like gold one here. I'll put it right there. And then I will do that. And then I will do this like bluish looking one right there. Whoa, that's so crooked. These are so hard to do. Okay. And then I guess I need, I'm gonna do like this one on the side. Huh. You know what? Whew. Good grief. I'm gonna put it down here. Does that look crooked? It's actually okay. And then I'm gonna use a, I use like one of these. And we'll do one of these. And I'll do the last header here. Like that. Yeah, I actually kind of hate this. Just take it all off. This is what happens when you change your mind over and over. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't think it looks very uniform. Okay. And I'll use this. And I just won't cut it. There we go. I like that way better. That's cute. Knitting is not my strong suit. I love to cross stitch. I'm a very good cross stitcher, but I'm not good at knitting, and I don't know why. Like, I should be good at knitting. You know, it should not be so hard, but for some reason it gets me. Okay, so there we go. Now we can do one per day. Okay, daffodils or tulips? Tulips. I really have to say, tulips. My husband last year, he planted all these beautiful tulips in our front yard, and they were gorgeous. And we had them for exactly one day, and then we had a big storm, and it whipped all the bulb heads right off. However, because we planted the actual bulbs, apparently the tulips are dormant and can come back. So we actually have some heads blooming, some leaves blooming now that are really stunning. And I'm kind of excited to see that they're coming up again. So I will do that. And now we can put in our, so this is what the pineapples look like on the underside. And then here's what they look like in the foil. And I always do that because I always like to show, because a lot of foils, they overfoil the image. And so you don't get, and that's just the nature of foil. That's not anything against Planner. Oh, so pretty. I love that. Okay, so daffodils or tulips, butterflies or ladybugs. Oh, that's hard because I really love ladybugs, but I have to go with butterflies. If you've ever been in a butterfly garden, you know. Okay. And then I wanted to do a scene, so I'll do this one down here. That's really pretty. So cute. So we've got that. And I mean, I love ladybugs. Like, I love when you count. Oh, that's crooked, but whatever. I love when you count the dots on a ladybug to see how old it is. I don't even know if that's really true, but it's something I always did as a kid. Okay. Floral patterns or polka dots? Floral patterns. Not really a polka dots person. I know there's that whole New Girl situation where she talks about I can rock some polka dots and still be a badass bitch, which I kind of like. And it's true, like a lot of teachers, they wear like very child-friendly clothing, and a lot of it has to do with polka dots and things like that. But in all honesty, like, you can still be a badass with those. Okay, St. Patrick's Day or Cinco de Mayo. Anyone who knows me at all knows that it is definitely a St. Patrick's Day situation. If you have not seen my talk through where I talk about St. Patrick's Day, please go ahead and watch that, and I will link it in the cards right here because, of course. Oh no, am I going to run out of things? Because oh, and I had this one too. Darn. And I used the girl knitting over it. Okay. Maybe I won't use her. And I'll just use these two. All right. Okay. Yeah. I am putting both scenes on the bottom, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure this whole page is going to be one day anyway. So, but there's no need to put it in crooked. All right. A walk in the park or a day at the beach? Day at the beach. Even though the beach is so much more work, I love the beach. This is the only thing I wish that was different about where I lived. Okay. Watching springtime flowers or trees in bloom. Oh, that's kind of hard. I want to say trees in bloom just because they do bring me so much joy. I love flowers though, but we have these fruit trees blooming in our backyard. We are growing, so we have two different fruit trees, and they're both like grafted. So they have, one is 4 different kinds of apples, and then the other one is 4 different kinds of stone fruits. And we're not 100% sure what the stone fruits are going to be, which is kind of exciting. Although we think one of them might be a plum, which would be awesome. Double tap. And I can't wait for that. That is going to be so cool. Let's see. Springtime flowers. Oh, I just did that one. Watching birds or spotting butterflies. Watching birds. I love bird watching. My grandparents love bird watching. They were really into hummingbirds. So I associate hummingbirds with both my grandparents. Okay, now we're on to food and drink. Lemonade or iced tea? This is hard because I like to put them together. I am an Arnold Palmer drinker all the way. If I had to choose, lemonade. I mean, I actually buy iced tea regularly because it's less calories and less sugar. I don't drink sweet tea because it is too sweet. I love it, but it's like so sugary. Sugary. Okay, and then fresh fruit salad or veggie platter? Ugh, neither. I guess fruit salad, but who's reaching for fruit salad on purpose? Probably lots of people with good health. Either way. Spring rolls or spring salad? Spring rolls. Easter eggs or chocolate bunnies? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say chocolate bunnies, and everybody has a different way of how they eat their chocolate bunny. I like to start with the ears. I don't know about everybody else, but I definitely start with the ears. And I really love the Rosemary Clooney song, I Have a Little Chocolate Rabbit. And it sort of talks about each day of the week she eats a different part of the bunny. So cute. All right. Mimosas or sparkling cider? Mimosas. Although I'm not drinking right now, so I can't really say mimosas in real life because that would be fun. Okay. Oh, that looks so pretty with the gold and the lavender. That looks really nice. I'm actually almost done because I don't have any other foil overlays here. So I'm going to save these. And let's see. And I don't really want to put the dates on here. Because I am, believe it or not, still not 100% sure when my procedure is. They're not going to tell us, which is really frustrating. Okay, so I'm just tossing all the ones that I know I'm probably not going to use, but let's see. So here's what I have left, and I have all this cute deco. The deco is really fun. Okay. So I didn't use this. I have to use these, and I didn't use this box. I could have. This is the same box. I might use these little things. These are the pattern boxes. These are the solid boxes. And then these are I'm probably not going to use any of these because these are like so big. These are just way too big. But it's nice that they're included. So that is that. I have my leftover foil. And I'm just going to zoom out. I don't have any protectors that go with this lavender, but I do have some clear protectors that I got from Carly Plans that I will just stick over there. But I will zoom out so you can see the full thing so far. Really pretty. I love lavender is a nice foil. I have to remember that because I feel like I kind of skip over it sometimes, but it's really pretty. Okay. And that is it for this Plan With Me talk through. Thank you so much. And come back and I will do a full Plan With Me very, very soon. Take care.